Welcome back to Luxury Auto One, where we explore more than just the world of elegance and refinement. We uncover the most unexpected moments where power, prestige, and personalities collide. Whether it's a celebrity clash or a meltdown in the media spotlight, we don't just tell stories, we dissect them. And today, we're peeling back the curtain on an interview that shook the foundations of Hollywood's carefully curated image. Emma Watson, beloved actress, activist, and global icon, made headlines in 2025 for something no one expected. In the middle of what was supposed to be a lighthearted, friendly late-night appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, she stood up, walked off the set, and left the studio, on live television. What went wrong? What did Jimmy say that pushed Emma past her limit? And what does this moment say about how celebrities are treated in public spaces? Let's take you inside one of the most unforgettable moments in recent television history. It started with high hopes. Emma Watson had been making a rare press appearance to promote her new film, The Last Heir, a political thriller where she plays a fictional European royal navigating a crumbling monarchy. The film had been a critical success, hailed as her most complex role since The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and fans were excited to see her back in the spotlight. Emma's team had carefully chosen Jimmy Kimmel Live for her first big stateside interview. Jimmy had a reputation for being playful, sometimes edgy, but usually respectful, especially with guests he admired. And he had always spoken highly of Emma in the past. As the segment began, everything seemed normal. The band played her in, she walked out in a sleek, black designer dress, smiling and waving to the audience. Jimmy stood, clapped, and gave her a warm hug. "Emma Watson, everyone," he said. "It's been too long." Emma smiled. "It has. I've been hiding in the woods, remember?" Jimmy laughed. "I do. And that's not even a joke. Emma Watson actually disappeared into the woods." They both laughed. The audience loved it. It was charming, it was relaxed, until it wasn't. The conversation started with the usual questions, about the movie, about her time away from Hollywood, and about her activism work with gender equality and climate change. And then Jimmy, in his trademark sarcastic tone, leaned forward and said, "So, this new movie, you're playing royalty. Is that because you finally want to be Meghan Markle?" There was a moment of silence. A beat. Emma gave a tight smile. "That's not what the role is about, Jimmy." But Jimmy wasn't done. He chuckled. "I'm just saying, you've got the accent, you've got the causes, the global popularity. Are you planning on marrying a prince next?" The crowd laughed nervously. Emma did not. "That's not appropriate," she said firmly. "Let's not reduce women's ambitions to who they marry." Jimmy raised his hands playfully. "Whoa, okay, I was just joking." But Emma didn't let it slide. "You wouldn't say that to a man sitting here. And frankly, I'm tired of it." You could feel the temperature in the room shift. Jimmy tried to smooth it over. "Emma, you know we love you here. We're just having fun. I came here to talk about the film," she said. "Not to entertain sexist tropes disguised as jokes." And that's when things turned. Jimmy, perhaps feeling defensive, said something that sparked the real explosion. Okay, but come on, you've been gone for, what, 3 years? People want to know why. Was it really just to find yourself, or was it more about Hollywood not calling?" Gasps. Audible gasps. Emma blinked. "You did not just say that," she said. Jimmy chuckled awkwardly. "Hey, I'm just asking what people want to know. You kind of disappeared without explanation." Emma leaned forward. "I don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing peace over burnout. Especially not you." There was no laughter now. The room was tense. Even the band had stopped playing soft background music. Emma looked toward the audience, then toward the cameras. This is exactly the kind of environment that makes women walk away from this industry. She stood up, removed her microphone, and walked off stage without another word. Jimmy tried to play it off. "Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Watson," apparently in a hurry. But the damage was done. The clip went viral within minutes. Social media exploded with hashtags like hashtag Emma Watson Walkout, hashtag Respect Emma, and hashtag Kimmel Called Out. Twitter was ablaze with commentary from fans and fellow celebrities. Actress Zendaya tweeted, "Emma said what needed to be said. Respect." Viola Davis posted, "The strength to walk away is greater than the pressure to perform." Even Daniel Radcliffe, her former co-star, shared an Instagram story saying, "Proud of you always." And Jimmy, He went silent. No tweets. No follow-up. The next morning, he addressed the walkout briefly on his show. "Well, folks, last night didn't go exactly as planned. Emma Watson decided to leave early. We've had a conversation since then. No hard feelings, I think. But fans weren't buying it." Luxury Auto One dug deeper, speaking to sources close to the show's production. One anonymous staffer revealed, "We didn't expect her to walk out, but honestly, Jimmy was pushing her too hard. There was tension backstage even before the show. Emma had specifically asked for the conversation to stay focused on her work. That line about Meghan Markle wasn't in the pre-approved questions." Another insider said, "Emma is incredibly private. When she sets boundaries, she expects them to be respected. Jimmy pushed those boundaries for laughs. It backfired." Hollywood was left shaken, not just by the walkout, but by the broader implications. For years, actresses have spoken about feeling belittled in interviews, their accomplishments overlooked in favor of personal gossip or appearance-based questions. From Scarlett Johansson being asked about her diet in an Avengers press tour, to Jennifer Lawrence getting grilled about relationships instead of roles, Emma Watson's walkout became the breaking point. Think pieces flooded the internet. One headline read, "The walkout that changed